Okay, this is Andy Lee Graham, and I'm in heaven on earth. Isn't that what the Lord's Prayer says? The kingdom of heaven. Okay, I'm in the country of Colombia, and looking for a quiet spot to make a video. And I hope this is pretty good. Okay, this is my first full day in Colombia. I arrived yesterday. I think it's the 28th of September 2024, and I'll be here for roughly 2 months. I have to go back and get a kind of a procedure or surgery for an aneurysm. So I'm in heaven. Okay, but why is it heaven? I mean, it's real easy to say that, and it's very difficult for me to say that anything is completely wonderful. But this place is as close to heaven as I have found in the world. Okay. So what's great about it is it's a very good community. I mean, there's people everywhere. Today is Sunday, and the park is full. There's a Catholic church, and that Catholic church is ringing its bells, and they're having some kind of sale down in the park. I was going to make a video down there, but it's just too much booyah. Okay, but children everywhere playing, families, people looking at each other, talking. This is a community where everybody knows everybody, and I highly recommend that when you go to a village, outside the United States, it can be around 20 to 30,000 people. Inside the United States, you need to really less than 10,000 people to have any kind of community. And the smaller, the better in a way. But this place is full of cowboys, and they grow coffee here, and that Juan Valdez is probably coming up the hill on a horse. They literally will take horses and load it up with coffee and come up the hill. Not quite sure exactly why they do that, because it seems to be a little bit more for transportation. I mean, they have four-wheel drives, and they have cars everywhere, and tuk-tuks and motorcycles. And but it's really nice. Tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, every Sunday, I feel that if somebody will show up every single Sunday, I will go live, even if there's just one person, okay, on Zoom. This is for the Patreon people, the Patreon members that pay like $5 a month for support. There's $5, $25, $100. If you pay $100, I'll come stay and talk to you, especially valuable if you want to go retire abroad. But I have no desire to be a crazy American culture. I realize that the United States has gone off they've lost the plot, okay? I'm not going to vote this year. I'm going to be indifferent to the United States and treat it as another country that I know, okay? Americans will agree with stupid people. This is normal now in the United States. This is one of the big problems I see, and I wanted to escape that everybody's agreeing with anybody just to placate them. But they're addicted to work. Food is the entertainment. The number one entertainment in the United States is food. They're working on their house, addicted to buying, addicted to cars, trucks. These big trucks in America are huge. Okay, hola. And they're addicted to ignoring each other. COVID-19 really destroyed the 25 overdeveloped countries. The 25 highly industrial countries won't even talk to each other because they're so afraid of each other. The agricultural countries are still doing good, but most of the world is becoming more urbanized. The United States is addicted to the monthly payment to the doctor. And I'm really wanted to escape because they're trying to put me on the monthly payment plan. I'm not saying that that's how it works, but the doctors give you statins or blood pressure medicine or some reason why you have to come back every month. And it's just it's ingenuous. Okay. But I'm amazed at how much exercise I'm getting here, okay? I'm amazed at how little exercise I got in the United States. And this is a complete walking culture. I will not drive a car for 2 months, and I probably won't take a taxi for 2 months. I will take a taxi maybe to the airport. Okay, but the only real problem here is the noise. There's a proliferation of motorcycles on the whole planet, and the number of motorcycles grows all the time, along with tuk-tuks, which are kind of noisy. The reason why they call it a tuk-tuk, a three-wheel vehicle that's really nice, is because it goes tuk, 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 tuk. That's the sound of the motor running. I will be very grateful when the motorcycles and cars and everything are electric and they're quiet, other than the fact that they can become very dangerous. They'll probably put on beepers so loud that will no longer be quiet. But I'm a realist. I'm not a pessimistic person. I'm not a positive person. I'm a realist. I just look at the world the way it is and I deal with it. I'm a very happy person, but I'm in heaven right now. I'm in Colombia. Colombia. Spell that with an O. C-O-L-O is not C-O-L-U, okay? But I do miss my Amazon delivery service. I don't miss their videos because it never works in the United States. It's really nice here. I have 10 times better cell phone connection. I have 10 times better high-speed internet in my room. I can download a movie at about 3 megs. I mean, sure, you can pay $100 a month and get that kind of volume in the big cities. But Amazon is a good thing for me to helps me to buy things that I'm inventing. I'm really happy that the United States has become an intimate love for dogs, and they don't like people anymore. So the dog has become the intimacy, the children of the country. Here they do have dogs, but it's a coffee culture. They call it tintos. You can get a tinto, just a cup of coffee, for 25 cents. Don't get me wrong, McDonald's is a better deal because you can get it for 82 cents or whatever, and they keep refilling it. Here it's definitely pay per refill. But this is a conversation culture. And to me, any culture that doesn't have conversations with their neighbor is not a viable culture. I see it as a self-destructive culture that's going to quit having children. The birth rate in Europe is right now is so bad. It's like 1.6. It's not replacing the thing. We're going to go up to 7, maybe 9 billion people. Then we're going to start decreasing because nobody's having children. This is a very bread-oriented culture, which is very bad. I'm going to eat very healthy here. But I can eat, one thing good is I can eat in restaurants, and I can eat a lot of chicken that's roasted chicken. I am no longer American. I like the Christian here. This is a very Christian country. United States, Indiana, where I live, is very Christian. But it's sort of a platitude type of Christianity. That's where they are trying to mold the church or secularize the church to become for the people instead of the church trying to mold the religion. And this is not the way it's supposed to be. You're not supposed to be trying to encourage people to walk around with shorts on and black t-shirts and grubby clothes. It's just not the right way to do things. You want them to be proud of who they are. Cars are destroying the world. Cars and motorcycles are destroying all the community along with the cell phone. Ever since the car started, the cell phone started, we went to a more of an industrial age. The agricultural people have disappeared, and what we've become is a people addicted to toys, which is their cars and their motorcycles. I don't admire anybody with a truck as big as a house. I don't admire people on Harleys. I don't talk with them. I don't talk to people with more than 2 tattoos. Why? It's a fetish type world where people are off into their own little neverland instead of trying to fit in with the community. But here it's a community. So yeah, they have tattoos, they have dogs, they have motorcycles, and it's growing, but it's not caught up yet. It's more like the 1960s in the United States. In the 1960s, you talk to your neighbor. In the 1960s, you talk to your neighbor. In 2024, here in Colombia, where I'm at, they talk to their neighbors. But convenience destroys community. When you go to the supermarket and you buy stuff, this Amazon thing is Amazon, Facebook, Meta, all these social networks are destroying the planet. They're creating a bunch of wankers that are all they want to do is impress other people they don't know. This is absolutely insane that you would want to impress another. I'm very grateful that I closed down my social network because it was destroying the planet. And I'm not going to tell you where I'm at because I'm not going to encourage anybody to travel. I want you to stay home inside the United States and stop destroying the world, especially the missionaries and especially the aid organizations. You're not doing any good, okay? The only good you're doing is spending money in other countries, but you're doing a kind of an imperialistic thing. And, Christians go abroad where there's more Christians than there are in the United States. Be a missionary inside the United States. I got tired of the boys at the club. They were doing these rub-off lottery things every day, and I couldn't go to the coffee shop anymore because what meaning in life is there to just sit there and do these little scratch-off things? The farmers are having problems. Everybody's having problems. But the big truck, little dick people are everywhere in the United States. But I'm into one-room living, and I realized that I'm designing a tiny home, and I'm making great progress on it. And I was going to have some talks, but I'm going to have a one-room. You'll have a bathroom with a shower with a bedroom on it. I mean, the bathroom, and we'll have it. But everything else will be wide open, kind of a New York-style home. I'm going to call it that. New York-style loft-type home. But it's going to be a one-decision Fountain of Youth home. I do enjoy the libraries in the United States, and there is a library in this city, but it's got very few things. I'm going to try to see if I can go there and find a place to make videos, or maybe a room there. The data, the cell phone service here is 3 times better and half the price. Let's see, I'm paying 21 about $5 for 10 gigs of things. On T-Mobile, I was paying unlimited, but it was costing me $50 a month. And so this, if I run out of gigs, I can always do it. But there's so much Wi-Fi I can jump on. I'm going to cost me about $5 a month as opposed to $50. I'm saving roughly about $1,000 a month by living here. We have very little of this alphabet soup gender thing. I have no clue what that is. To me, it's just a deviance that is sort of a mental illness. Okay, I'm not going to say it's complete mental illness, but the more they look like a payaso, the more they dress up like clowns, the more I know they're mentally ill. Okay, I don't see anyone in the United States. They're overworked, overstimulated. Everybody here is in conversation mode. I'm in heaven. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Hey, forgive yourself. Have a little bit of grace, and forgive yourself for not being perfect. That, to me, is great. But nobody has that instant angry face here. They have that curious face, and I've got Vivian at the supermarket. She's like 20 years old, beautiful little girl, and I used to go there every day and say hi to her. And she was quite frustrated with me because I couldn't remember her name. Everybody says, Andy, you're lost. Perdido, ¿dónde estaba? They feel like I was lost. But I'm back to nature. A biophilic house is a house that's in touch with nature, and I found that, according to, Henry David Thoreau had a bunch of speeches on walking in nature, and it's been proven that if a person goes and walks in nature, that their mental stability, their mental health improves. If you're living in a concrete jungle and you never touch the ground, in this house, on this biophilic house, I'm going to put concrete floors and make it so that we're constantly grounded, because grounding makes the body if you're walking around barefoot on concrete, what it does is it grounds you and it creates the electric chemical synapses. You know, when you charge your heart, when they do that wake you up thing where they put the electrodes on your heart to get it to start, it's part of the electrical system. So your electrical system is stimulated with potassium, magnesium, calcium, and salt. But I'm going to do a back to nature fountain of youth home eventually. What they're doing here is they're living life. This is why it's heaven. They're living life instead of watching life. In the United States, everybody else watches somebody else's life. Here, they're living life. Why did I come here? I wanted to live my life. I've been living my life for 26 years in 114 countries. It's going to be good for walking. I'm getting a lot more exercises. I'm doing a special exercise for my knees. I was going to replace my knees, but I decided I think I can they say you can't do it, but between stem cells, mitochondria, and specific synovial exercises, I believe I can regenerate the cartilage. I think it's just a bunch of horse crap they tell you because they know that most people won't do the exercise. Here I can get my sewing done. I'm going to make some special weights for my legs that I fill up with water balloons. There's woodworkers, there's metal workers. I got a private room, hot shower, perfect climate. It's going to be right around 72 degrees all the time because I'm at an elevation of about 1,500 meters, about 5,000 feet. And never-ending spring while you guys are getting snowed on. Okay, there's a gym right next door. I don't know how much it is. I think it's about $25 a month, which is about the same as Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness is a much better place, but this place is much more sociable. There's a community. There's a Central Park, Parque Central. Whenever you're traveling around Central and South America, always go first to the Central Park before you rent a room. Always go first to Central Park. Why? Because that's the center of activity, and that's where you want to live. You want to live as close as you can and walk. I'm refusing to help people travel. I will help people that are Patreons. I will tell you where I'm at. I'll tell you my hotels. I'll tell you anything you want to know if you're a Patreon and you get on the Zoom meetings. We do also have a chat, kind of a chat wall where they ask me questions. We also have one for the non-members, but that's really, I don't know what that means. The non-paid ones. I'm in heaven on earth. Okay, I'm here and you're not. Why not? I'm here and you're not. Why not? We have to strive to be alive if we want to live. We have to strive to be alive if we want to live. I'm alive, even though I have 2 new stents in my heart. I have an aneurysm where they're going to do a special endograft thing. It's called TBE. I'm waiting for that. Then I'm going to go to Israel after that, and I'm not expecting the Israeli war to end. Probably, I hope it never ends. I hope that eventually it becomes a complete Jewish state instead of this idea of allowing other religions there. It's kind of like Pakistan. Pakistan is a Muslim state. Sharia law says they must they must overturn the government, and it's not compatible with any of the democracies. They really need to only be in Muslim countries. It's not compatible with the rest of the world, mainly because it's just both the Israeli and the Muslim world have thousands of rules instead of like the Christian, not the Catholic, but the Protestant, Lutheran, where you're saved by grace. Yes, you're guilty, but you're forgiven because you're guilty, and you're instantly forgiven if you ask for forgiveness and you go and live a good life. If you just every Saturday go to confession and sin during the week, you're going to go to hell. It's all life. Life is good. I'm talking to mom and dad in heaven all the time because they're my confidants. They're my family. I'm very grateful to come from a very good place in the United States, Orland, Indiana. I got some really good shirts. I got my name on every single shirt now. and every single thing. I'm wearing only cotton shirts, and I got long underwear under my nylon. Instead of just buying some sweatpants with nylon inserts, I bought 100% cotton long underwear, and I wear them under these nylon slips. I bought these here for about $5. I'm going to buy 2 or 3 more because I'm very intent on having no chemicals on my body. Since I cut my hair almost 8 months ago, I haven't had any chemicals really on my body. I do think I did use shampoo one time because I got too much, coconut oil in my hair, and I just couldn't get it out. But I put avocado oil on my skin. Today I bought some avocado oil and some coconut oil, and I already have some, cod liver oil, which is vitamin omega-3 and stuff. And I put it all over my body, and I get it transdermally into my skin. So I'm in heaven, guys. Join me on Patreon if you want to become a free-thinking, iconoclast person that has original thoughts, that doesn't hate the world but loves the world and loves people. If you don't like people, don't come near me. I have no use for people that think that they're so special that they shouldn't talk with anybody and everybody. I talk with anybody and everybody but there are people that have that permanent bitch face, which is amazing in the United States. I love it because that tells me quickly. Too many tattoos, two big dogs with sunglasses, black t-shirt, I'm not going to talk to you. Body language sucks, I'm going to avoid you. That doesn't mean I will avoid you completely, but I look at body language as everything. Tone of voice is everything. Okay, I'm Andy Lee Graham. Become a Patreon. I also have a link in the descriptions of all these to fund me to go to Israel. I have funding to go to Israel, but it'd be real nice if somebody would help me find some people to live with inside Israel when I report on the war for about 2 or 3 months. I was going to go to Israel right now, but I decided not to because I want to be able to stay there for as long as I want. Okay, I'm here and you're not. Why not? Andy Lee Graham. I've been to 114 countries, and I've been doing this for 26 plus years.